guys, Glenn here, and today I've got the BAM box for you. Doesn't seem like it's the BAM box, but when I first got it, and obviously it said BAM box on the address label, I thought, oh well, this must be that extra item they were talking about. But then I thought, well, you know what? That extra item that people who got the April box are getting actually is in the June box. This is the May box. This is the Space box. I forget the exact Defend Space edition or something like that. So this is the full-on BAM box for May. So after getting over the fact that it's not the extra item, it's the full box, the other thing that occurred to me is this is the lightest box I have ever come across. It's almost like it's got nothing in it. I had to run and get a scale. 3.5 ounces, this box. Now, that being said, I know that what does BAM box specialize in? Autograph prints, pins, things that are light, highly collectible, but not bulky items. You know, we don't get, you know, figures and stuff like that in the BAM box. I get it. They're very focused on the collectability, very focused on the autographs. Okay, so this is going to be some items that are in their wheelhouse, but it's so light that it's almost like there's nothing in here. You know, how much could it be? So I'm trying to get over the fact that the BAM box just might not be for me, but I was really actually excited about this one because it is supposed to include a Guardians of the Galaxy item, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 item, so I was really excited to get it. Because when they announced that, you know, we were all going to see Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was going a couple of different times. So let's open her up, but it's weird that it's in this box as well, not in traditional BAM box. I know they're retooling a little bit, so that's kind of what I'm chalking it up to, similar to what supposedly the Comic-Con box is doing. Hopefully they're doing this retooling in a little bit of a better way in the meantime. So let's see what we got. Okay. Alright, we've got kind of an expected letter on the top. Right here. Under construction, pardon our progress. This is obviously not the BAM box you're used to seeing. That's because we're redesigning the box. That's right. In the last one, they announced that they were doing a contest for some designs. Next month, you'll see a new inside design of the box, and the month after that, you may see a new yet familiar looking design style to the box. Next month's design will be from the person who wins the design contest running on the community right now. For now, accept this plain box knowing what's inside will be worth it. You know what? I don't care that much about the box. The thing about the box for me is it's an indicator of the health of the box. Especially when the box starts out with a custom design and then it doesn't have one. I get that they're retooling, they're going to have a design, not that big of a deal, but traditionally not a great sign. So we'll deal with the box. I don't care about it that much anyway. Alright, so black paper and fairly empty box, pretty much kind of what I predicted. Looks like a couple of prints and a pin. So here's the spoiler booklet, we'll put that away. We'll start with the pin. Oh, this is a cool pin. Custom back BAM box pin. This is Tweaky from Buck Rogers in the 24th Century, TV show from the 70s that I watched as a kid. Very cool pin. I like that. I like that a lot. So they did a good job with the pin. Obviously, it's really light, but you know, I like it. They did a good job with the pin. Sometimes some of the BAM box custom pins I don't really get into. A lot of people get into them. I'm not into pins in general, but this one is a nice one. Alright, here's our Guardians 2 item. It is a film cell with Groot. And from what it looks like, okay, so it's the scene where they're all around the campfire, which is funny because, okay, I see. Yeah, it does have Groot in it, but what you see at first is just Ego, Peter, and Gamora. So anyway, so film cell. Really, I've never seen too much the appeal of these. I get it that they're a collectible item, but they're pretty easy to find. This one is labeled with certificate of authenticity. It's an actual film cell and manufactured by Trendsetters. Contains one scene from the movie, captured on 35mm film. These generally, if you're looking on eBay, you can get them for about $8. Again, not a terrible item, especially if you're into this kind of thing. It makes a good collectible if you can get multiples, or if you collect this actual thing. Not really much for me though, just because it's not something I'm into. But it would make a decent display if you were to get multiples of different ones and have some sort of display for them. All right, prints. This is a cool print. There's Yoda from the Clone Wars with the Tom Kane autograph. This 8x10 has been hand-signed by Tom Kane, who voices Yoda in Star Wars Clone Wars, signed during a private signing with the BAM box. So, difficult to put a value on, but if you're a fan of the Clone Wars animated series from a while ago, this is a decent item for you. It's actually a good-looking print as far as what they chose, as far as the art goes. It looks good. Tom Kane, I know of Tom Kane. He's a voiceover actor, mostly for cartoons and animation. He's voiced a few different things. Known mostly for the Clone Wars, Yoda, but done a lot of things here and there. So not bad if you're into that kind of thing. Kind of random voice actor autograph. Okay, fine. Not a terrible item. Alright, another print. This is the War of the Worlds. So this is a graphical print, so kind of graphic design kind of thing here. We've got the artist down here, which I'll look at in a minute. And then it's numbered 2868 out of 3,000, so not exactly, a super rarity depending on how many boxes they sold. This one's certificate of authenticity says this BAM box. Exclusive War of the Worlds licensed art print has been hand-signed by artist Chris Garofalo and is guaranteed to be authentic. Alright. As a graphic design, I think it's pretty cool. I like it. I like this style of poster where it's kind of, it's modernized, but it's also very, it's hard to say, it's cold, you know what I mean? I like the design. This actually came out really good. I'll have to look up the artist, but we did a good job on this one. I like his graphic design work here. So the prints look pretty good. That's it. We've got the two prints, the film cell, and the pin. Now we know why it was so light, because there's really nothing of any substance, weight, and yeah, I guess I wouldn't judge the box by the weight, especially the BAM box, just because they've done this before where they've had really thin, really light boxes because they contained prints and other light stuff, and that's where this one's going. But for only 4 items, 2 of them I guess are autographed, but again, they're not big autographs. They're, voiceover actor and kind of a random artist, which is fine. I really like the pin. Pin's probably my favorite part of this box, and it isn't usually. So I dig the pin. Not into the film cells. I was hoping for something a little more substantial for the Guardians item. The film cell's fine, especially if you collect them, but for me, it's not really doing anything. So here's the spoiler booklet. So let's go through here. Defend Space Edition. So there's Tweaky. Any variants that... Yeah, there was a limited edition 250 variant. It looks like it was a silver one. A black and silver. I didn't get the variant. I got the regular blue and red. There's supposed to be a patch from Alien in there, which is not in my box. So I am missing an item, apparently. Well, that's not good, right? You know, cool looking patch, but didn't end up in my box anywhere. So that is definitely kind of a pretty big knock to be missing an item that's mentioned in the spoiler card or book. There's the Yoda. Looks like there's two different prints. Could have been. So we've got the blue one, which I got, and then kind of that Jedi Council one is the other one. I don't know if there's any rarity difference. It doesn't look like it. Just two different ones. All right, we've got the limited edition cell. Again, usually cells like this go for about $8 or $9 on eBay. And, you know, again, they're fine if that's what you dig. There's the print. Looks like there was a variant. Most will receive the gray one, which is what I got. Some will get the limited edition red variant numbered 500. So there's only 500 of those, 3,000 of the silver one. And then they throw a giveaway. So there's a giveaway. It looks like if you pose with your BAM box and post it to social media, you could win a Daredevil comic. And then next month, Unlikely, or Heroes and Villains, Unlikely Heroes. Interesting theme, you know, something that I haven't necessarily seen before, so it's funny because everyone, just reading here, we're talking about Batman, Power Rangers, Nacho Libre, which is interesting. Every box will contain an autograph from one of the original Power Rangers. Not really my thing, but the fact that it's in every box is pretty cool. So there you go. That's it for the box. This is a tough box for me to kind of evaluate because I think for the right subset of folks that get subscription boxes, this is a winner because of the signed prints. You know, but it has to be very specific. You know, I know BAM Box is the signed print box, and that's fine. But to me, these signees were kind of meh. You know, never heard of Chris Garofalo. Tom Kane I had heard of just because, you know, credits kind of roll around in my mind from watching things. But Clone Wars was a while ago. He's done a lot of other things, but most of everything else he's done has been in, you know, minor roles and you know, not the major things like Star Wars. You know, but the real kind of thing that kind of kills this box for me is the fact that I'm missing an item. You know, for them to put this patch, and again, it's a patch, not a big deal, but it's an item that I'm missing. I paid for it and I'm missing it. So that doesn't thrill me that much, and that's going to knock this box down to a C for me. I just, you know, again, it's a hard thing to evaluate because I do like some things about it. I like the theme. The pin came out good. For particular people, this film sells okay, and so are the prints. So, you know, individually the items aren't bad, but the fact that I'm missing an item and the other items are kind of not great kind of kills it for me. So, C-Box here, a little bit disappointed with BAM Box. You know, we've been talking about it. BAM Box kind of taking that slide. They're retooling. There's talk about bringing back the 1-up cards, which are kind of the upgrade cards where you get an extra item or you get an upgraded item. Those I really liked. I liked that feature. So hopefully they kind of retool and step back and say, okay, what made us successful a year ago, right? Or even 6 to 8 months ago. What made the BAM Box the must-have subscription box? Because it was for a while. I don't think it's there anymore. I'm interested to see this retool. I'll probably keep it for at least one more month. I want to see what this Unlikely Heroes is all about and what they do with it. So stay tuned. We'll get that box, and it'll kind of determine whether we continue with BAM Box or not, because it's supposed to be post-retool is the next box. So as always, Let me know what you think of this box in the comments below. Throw us a like on the video if you liked it, and you know, hit up our social media, and you know, Patreon, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye bye.